I have proceeded to the Petersburg, Virginia National Civil War Battlefield. And we are doing exploring. One thing you might know Petersburg for is the massive explosion that created a huge crater at Petersburg. We're going to go see that in just a minute. Right behind the Visitor Center is Battery 5 of what was known as the Dimmick Line, which began life as a Confederate stronghold that protected the eastern approaches to the city of Petersburg. However, in June of 1864, Union forces attacked, overran, and captured the battery, pushing the Confederates back closer to Petersburg, then turned the position into a Union stronghold, using it to shell the new Confederate line, as well as the town that was less than 3 miles distant. I'm inside Battery 5 of what was called the Dimmick Line. It was the Union lines here, and they were firing out kind of in that direction towards Petersburg from inside this earthen fort here. You can see some of the openings for the artillery there. Very cool. There's one of the cannons. A little farther down the park road is this example of a siege encampment, ringed by a very formidable looking Beta sub pointed logs. Like Battery 5, it too started life as Battery Number 9 of the Confederate line protecting Petersburg, but was attacked, overrun, and turned into a Union stronghold. The Park Service has set up this site to show what these fortifications likely looked like during the siege. This is Fort Stedman in Petersburg Battlefield. Fort Stedman was one of the Union strongholds, and Lee attacked it and was not successful. But behind me is all the embankments and fortifications of Fort Stedman here in in Petersburg. All right, we have arrived at the crater site here in Petersburg. Let's go see it. The crater. That way. Here's the entrance to the mine the Union forces began digging on 27 June 1864. They spent 3 weeks burrowing 510 feet into the hillside toward the Confederate line. Then, on Saturday morning, 30 July, just before sunrise, Union sappers lit the fuse on a cache of some 8,000 pounds of black powder they had packed under the Confederate line. Alright, that is the rim of the crater right there. We're going to go up and see if we can get a look inside. Today, what is left of the crater is a mere shadow of what it looked like right after the blast. 160 years of weather, erosion, and tourist traffic have turned it into more of a lumpy depression in the ground. The explosion tore a 130-foot long, 60-foot wide, and 30-foot deep crater in the earth. Deep and steep enough that Union troops that fell into it found themselves trapped and unable to escape. That's the chimney and foundation to the Taylor House, a farmhouse that the Union Army burned down in 1864. As it turned out, the Union failed to coordinate their attack after the explosion, and in the end, the mine explosion turned out to be a huge debacle for the Union Army. I hope you found that interesting, and remember, life is a journey. Enjoy the ride, and thanks for watching.